NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Hello.
Wow.
It is Thursday.
Fast week.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah. Wow.
Unbelievable. I've been having a great time here on the J&J show.
Love having you
That
here.
morning show. Yep. You know, I think we're the #1 morning show in Newcastle.
You know what? I need to know that. You know what?
We might be the only morning show in Newcastle.
Then we'd still be #2. No, we should be #1. Hey, if people...
Hey, listen, Permani says it's their #2 bestseller, their cheesesteak.
Yeah. Hey, so I'm glad you mentioned this, though, about ratings, because if people need to comment on our shows, if they need to call, how do they go about doing that kind of stuff?
Well, call 724-510-7345, or they send me emails at NCTV45@gmail.com.
Wow. That's
You know,
great.
and it's great because we always have great people walking by.
I know.
waving.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You have to wave. I don't want to be rude or ignorant.
Yeah,
But,
you know, but it's a fantastic thing
yeah.
to always have that great audience. But when you're in the greatest castle in the world,
You say that constantly, and you feel. I could tell that you feel that in your heart.
it's absolutely super.
Yeah, and it spills over. And again, I know we talked about this yesterday. It spills over into the work and commitment you have for the station, for the radio, and for the TV station. And I hope people in Newcastle realize that. Like yesterday, we had a nice conversation about how you got things started, and the third worst city of
Yeah.
all time, whatever. But guess what? If people do their homework, if people read and watch the news, whether it be, again, ladies and gentlemen, you got to read more than the Tribune or the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, the Newcastle News. You have to educate yourself, CNN, Fox, whatever. But you'll find out that all kind of cities, these cities are all alike. You have your good, you have your bad. You have good schools, you have bad schools. You have good radio stations, bad radio stations. But at least you got to give this station a shot, and at least you got to give all these activities that are occurring down here a shot. Now, again, and I mentioned this to you the other day, the balloon quest. It's still going on.
Oh, you know what?
I didn't see you there.
And
I did not see you. I was very disappointed. I looked for you.
I did something
Go ahead.
earlier, okay, in the year. March 31st. And I went up in a fire truck. Now, I don't think you really know how high that is.
I don't.
Go back and watch Newswatch. And it's the end, it's not the end of March, it's the end of April.
Okay.
Okay? And I went up high atop the castle. Now, I don't like going up high atop things,
You and me both, brother.
okay? But we were up there, and I told everybody coming at you from a whole new altitude
Right.
is Newswatch.
Well, now,
Okay.
how did you? Now, what came to your mind? Why would you do something like that? Me, I don't know if I could do that, but you did it. God bless you. So, how did that all come about?
It's the sanity issue.
Now, but you're not a volunteer fireman.
No. We had a carnival downtown,
Okay.
and it was great. They had bounce arounds for the kids. I mean, it was all up and down Jefferson Street, just utterly fantastic. A lot of people downtown on a Saturday, and here was the fire truck. And I talked with the firemen, and I says, there was a great volunteer we had there from Votech, and I said, you know what, we're going to go up in a fire truck. And she said, really? And this was just after I made her meet McKinney, who was chief of staff.
Right.
So that, and we got in a bucket, and, it just doesn't go up like this. It goes up and out, okay? And it went up and out and up and out, and it kept going up and out. Up and out, up and out. And I was like, how far are we going? And the guy goes, all the way. And we were up really high.
What, about 4 feet off the ground? How many feet were you off the ground?
We could see the roof
Yeah,
at the First Merit building.
that's up there.
Yeah.
It's at least 10 stories. Is that accurate?
Well, you have to be up 10 stories to look down to see it.
So you're
Because
double that.
that's like 5 stories, 6 stories there. So we were higher than 6
Okay,
stories.
sorry, I stand corrected. But, so now you're doing that James Cagney thing, you know, white lightning, top of the world, ma, top of the world,
Mm-hmm.
ma. So you're up there, so were you strapped in, you know, safety?
Yeah,
or-
they have straps on the whole thing. Needless to say, I was holding on to everything, and we we took the pictures, and I said, "Okay, guys." I gave a cut sign. And I said, "Now it's time to go down."
Oh, man.
But we were up. It was phenomenal, and you know, that's just we've seen so many things here. You know,
Yeah. Well, wait, Ames, let me ask you this, though. Would you, now, I don't know if I ever would, for any amount of money,
I know what you're going to ask.
would you go up in a balloon? Or did you?
I didn't.
And-
I don't think I could.
I can't.
I can't.
Seriously.
You know, I can do quite a bit of things, but I don't think I could do that.
No.
No,
I
you
mean,
know.
I'm not afraid of flying in a plane. But to do the balloon thing, I don't think so.
You know, I've gone up the incline in Pittsburgh, and that doesn't bother
That's
me.
beautiful. Mount Washington.
Right.
Beautiful.
And I've gone up, when I was in Atlanta, they had an outside elevator that went up the side of the building, and that's fine, I could do that. But I don't like the idea of going up in something that's shooting fire into the thing that's holding
Yeah.
me up.
Yeah.
I have a little thing about that.
Now, you know, it reminds you of
Especially-
a song with the Fifth Dimension. Wouldn't you like
Yeah.
to fly
Yeah.
in my beautiful balloon?
Speaking of
Go ahead.
Balloon Quest,
Go ahead.
did you know, and see now I'm going to have to, you made me have to put these glasses
Put 'em on.
Because I've been making you do a lot of the work this week.
I don't mind.
But they have fireworks
When?
at 10:30 on Saturday night.
I'll be looking forward
No.
to it.
I got to tell you, that I have a special thing that I do with these fireworks.
Let me guess. Wait a minute. You don't go up on a ladder with the fire and try to. No, you don't do anything like that.
This is really, really great.
All right, go ahead.
I get in my car,
Okay.
and I drive.
Mm-hmm.
And right there, I go into Pizza Joe's and I get a pepperoni pizza.
Good idea. Very good idea.
And then I open the trunk of my car
Yeah.
and I sit there with a drink, and me and my wife watch the fireworks and eat a pepperoni pizza. Now, is that not love? That's amore. That's
amore.
that is, it's a beautiful thing.
That is very, very. And now, where do you watch? Do you watch it from Pizza Joe's, which is located in Union Township?
Right.
Do you watch it from Pizza Joe's, or you know what I've done? I've gone up. I did the pizza thing, I did the beverage thing, I did the cigar thing too. I must admit, but I did it on top of the bleachers at my old alma mater, Union. I set up on the bleachers.
I go
Beautiful.
behind the fire station.
Oh, okay. Behind. How can you? Really?
Yeah, if you pull alongside of the memorial building,
All right.
right there, here's the fire station. Here's, you know, your mezza, half between the
Right.
two.
Right.
Great view of the fireworks.
Right. That's
Sit
true.
on the tailgate.
Yeah.
You got your pizza. You got your wife. I mean, it works for me.
Yeah. And life is good.
And life is
And
good.
life is good. I'm telling you, in the Balloon Quest, again, I was there the other day. Fantastic.
You know,
The food, too. What do you like best, though? Well, come on. Are
see,
yeah.
I'm partial to. I have a favorite because I do cook in the castle, and you already know that.
Excellent job.
Okay, now there's 3 people that really I like doing this with,
Okay?
or using that inspiration. Paula Dean, Emerald Lagasse,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody knows I like Italian food, Mario.
Right.
So I consider myself a Southern Italian American.
All right, all right.
And then that's usually, so when, like, what kind of food? I like sausage, meatballs at the festivals.
Right.
You know, but I also like to pack things and, like, be able to have those, like, nice little moments.
Yeah.
You know, and then you hear about these nuts. Like, on TV the other day, a lady went into the convenience store, she didn't have any clothes on. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one that went in, not the same one that went into Walmart and he was nude and poured milk over himself?
Yeah, you get so many of these.
That was me.
You know.
No, that wasn't me, I'm sorry.
You get,
Well, it wasn't at Walmart.
they were arrested on the beach, they were
Yeah.
doing crazy things. Jeez,
Yeah.
oh man, get a pepperoni pizza, make your life easier.
Yeah, and eat it in the nude.
You know?
No, I'm kidding, and don't do the balloon fest in the nude either. Just
You
don't
know,
open the balloons.
but this is great because they have those fireworks, you know?
Nice.
And you know, then, you know, during the week, because, you know, that happens on the weekend. My kids are all down there and they're playing and everything. But, you know, like today, my kids will be going to the library. And what do they have at the library? Now, she already told you they have food.
Your daughter, yes,
Well, they also have movies at the library.
they do.
Today at 3:30,
Yeah.
and then again at 6:30, they're having movies at the library.
Did they have, let me guess, ladder 49, and you were in it because you went up on a fire truck. You were John Travolta.
Well,
Was John Travolta in that? No.
They don't put what it's
sorry.
actually going to be.
So what is that? They hook you, because they say movie, you go there.
And you're surprised. And if you don't like it,
Yeah.
you can go to the gadget class.
The what?
Gadget class.
You mean like
a lot
Go-Go
of these
Gadget,
things
Arms?
are like little
Inspector
gadgets.
Gadget?
Well, you know, people get like these tablets and these cell phones. They don't know how
Oh,
to use them.
right.
You can go there and learn how to use your gadget.
Really? I should go. Because I have no clue. You saw one of my episodes here that I did with you guys, with my app that does rap music. I don't know how to
You
use
know,
that stuff.
it's just, you know, let me flick these on.
Go
a
ahead, put your
second.
glasses on. Use that. Those are your gadget, your gadget
I
glasses.
always do that.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, but they have these fantastic type of things that you can do just at the library.
Yeah.
You know, and
Well, wait, and you know what? I was there too, and I praised your son because I was there today, I'll be quite honest with you. And they do a lot of their reading. And the people are so helpful too when it comes to the kids and getting the kids situated for the parents. If you need to use the computer, use the computer. Some of the ladies will come around and say, hey, they keep the kids busy. They show them some books. They do a little bit of drawing. It's a great, the people are nice. Good library.
you know, once again, the greatest castle in the world.
Well, you mean the greatest library in the world, though.
Well, it's in the
It's a
castle.
good- Yeah, it is in the castle, you're right. And speaking of, I just wanted to say that the conclusion of the Balloon Fest is this Saturday.
That's correct.
They're gonna have the fireworks. Okay, which is a great thing, we already talked about that. I was gonna ask you something, and it escapes my memory. I had to do something about, oh my gosh.
Well, you know what
I
happens
feel
on
bad, I
Sunday.
forget. Oh, sorry.
You know what happens on Sunday?
What? What?
I eat my macaroni.
Right, it's Sunday.
That's, you can't beat that.
Hey, you know what? I know what I was going to say. I know what I was going to tell you. Since you are this chef and you do a great job, I got to talk sauce with you or gravy. If you're in New York, we talk gravy. We're here in Pennsylvania, Newcastle, the greatest castle in the world. We call it sauce. Okay, I get it. Here's the way I make my sauce / gravy. I like to put in, for me, I put a little water in the beginning, and I put a little bit of olive oil. I know you're looking. You're probably saying,
No.
hey, where's this guy? Is it another joke? No. I'll shred up chicken, pork, and sausage. Now, it could be the hot, sweet, whatever, and I'll let that cook. Okay. To where, obviously, the water that was once water is now those flavors from all those meats. Then I make, with the the tomatoes and the puree and the paste.
You know there's going to be a story behind
Let me
this.
tell you something. It is, me personally, I probably have to make one of the best Gradys sauces of all time. Now, I'm not challenging you.
Well, I'm
It's a
just
good
gonna,
sauce.
I'm just going to say something.
Go ahead.
Married now 21 years,
God bless you. Congratulations.
and I still remember our first fight.
All right, go ahead. Share.
You know what our first fight was?
Over that pizza from Pizza Joe's that you had to sit in the trunk?
Over sauce.
All right, what happened?
There's a lot of controversy here. The first question is do you fry your meatballs or bake your meatballs?
Well, I'll tell you what I do. I bake them. I bake my meatballs. Whoa, what's that?
Okay.
Oh, you're smirking. You're making fun of me.
I'm not,
You hurt my
I
feelings.
have okay. Now,
I
wait.
bake the meatballs.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You're, see, I hope my wife's watching this
Please
because
watch.
this is going to be great.
Go ahead.
Now,
Did I say the right
do you
thing?
put sausage in your sauce?
Absolutely. I said that. If you
Do
rewind
you
the tape.
bake your sausage or do you fry it?
No, I bake it. I bake it. And not
Okay,
only do
no,
I bake it,
wait,
can I
wait.
just say one more thing? Not only do I bake it, ladies and gentlemen, but if it depends where I go to shop for the sausage. I think there's certain places over in Ohio that have great homemade sausage, but it's in up the street. Can I say Joseph's?
Yes, you can.
I just said Joseph's. They have great sausage, but I usually take the casing off, and then I crumble it up. All right, go ahead. So that's
This is
how I
like,
do mine.
we playing baseball here? This
No,
is
I'm not trying to one up you, but
straight.
go ahead. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
But that's what
Now,
I do.
the third question.
Go ahead.
Brajol or pork?
Oh, my gosh, brajol. I love brajol. And don't tell me you put raisins in your brajol.
Hold on.
All right, good.
That was a trick question,
Why?
by the way. Okay, now, every good, my mother-in-law came over, good Italian mother-in-law.
Mhm.
And my wife said, "You think you're smart? You make the sauce." And I says, "No problem." So I made my meatballs. Now, here's there's a little trick on these meatballs.
All right, go ahead.
You want the meatball to be nice and soft and break apart, but not break apart in the sauce.
Right.
You know what you do?
What?
After you add your breadcrumb and your egg and everything,
Right.
a cap of milk.
A cap of milk to solidify it.
It actually makes, you put a cap of milk into that 1 pound of,
The meat.
ground meat
The
that
ground
you're
meat,
using?
Yeah. I never did that.
now it makes it real soft. That's one.
All right.
Number two, you get pork chops or those big spare ribs, pork spare ribs.
Yeah.
And ashpat,
Ah,
I put them in there,
Hmm.
put them right in the pot with your olive oil on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and I let them fry a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I move them to the outside, and I put my meatballs in the middle so that my meatballs are fried, all in the same big pot.
Yeah.
Then I stack the pork chops up on the side of the pot. They never left. And I put my sausage links around the outside, and I get those to fry. Now, after a few minutes, I put in my puree and my paste and another paste, 2 pastes to
Yeah.
every puree.
Yeah.
Then you might want to, depending on how many people you have, add another puree, and you fill up the little can of paste
Mm-hmm.
with warm water,
With
swish
warm
it
water,
around,
right.
pour it into the puree can.
Yeah.
Do it three times for each little can. 3 times for this one, 3 times for this one. Put them in the puree can, put it all in there, and let it start to cook. Now, as my mother-in-law says, "Susan, what did you do with this sauce? It tastes very good." And my wife said, "You're being smart." She says, "No." "Did you talk to my husband?" "No." He made the sauce.
Okay.
Say,
Bravo.
you know, and I make sure, you know, when it gets to the end, you want to put in a little bit of basil in case you get a sour you can of paste.
Now, how long do you let it set? Now, see, I'm not a big, like, if I cook it, let's just say if we eat the gravy on a Sunday, I cook it either on a Friday or Saturday, and I let it, again, set and absorb all those
Yeah,
flavors
well,
from
I would
the
do-
meat. So,
I would make my sauce on Sunday so that I just have to,
the day of?
Saturday, I'd make my
Oh,
sauce.
you
I
just
said
said Sunday. Don't lie to me. Come on, man. You know,
You
be
know,
honest with
well,
me.
if I'm
Sauce.
making it on a Sunday, we're gonna eat later.
Right, right.
It means the Steelers are playing a real late game.
Hey, the Steelers, listen to me. I had a problem. Like, I was using sausage at one point, but somebody stole my sausage. So people, if you're out there, help me find the missing links. Help me No, I'm sorry. I had to. I'm sorry. You made me think.
You know
I
what?
apologize.
All
I got
week,
that.
I've been getting hammered all week with my
That's
jokes.
not bad. Help me find the missing links. Okay. All right. Anyway, but you know what? You're so. I never. Just like I encourage all of our people that support us, or come on, our advertisers.
Sponsors, yeah.
Sponsors, I apologize. You know, send something down there, I'll eat it right on the air, and I'll give you my very honest opinion. There's a lot of good stuff out there.
Speaking of eating,
Go ahead.
you know, I've been up real early, and now it's time we got to say goodbye because I got to go
What?
eat.
Oh, manjar.
Yeah,
Really?
You know,
The time goes so fast.
when you're in the greatest castle in the world, in the county of Lawrence,
Wait, before we go, tell us, when is your cooking show on once again, so they know?
every Thursday, well, we say we're doing every other Thursday as we go through the summer.
Okay.
But, you know, once we get back to the fall,
Right.
we'll be back on our normal schedule.
You'll be
There'll
like Legends of the Fall with Brad Pitt, Angelo Corrado. You saw that movie with you. Anyway, hey, thanks again.
It's great being here. I'm having a great week. And keep watching NCTV45.
Go Bucks.
We're available anytime on your time. And the radio never fades out. So, have a great Thursday, everybody. See you again.